September 2026 brings Gemini into a financially important period where information, communication, networking, and smart decisions can become more valuable than simply working harder. This month is not only about how much money you earn. It is about how effectively you recognize opportunities, communicate your value, manage your resources, and turn ideas into something that can actually improve your financial future. You may enter September with several financial questions on your mind. Perhaps you have been thinking about increasing your income, changing jobs, starting something on the side, paying off an obligation, or finally creating a stronger savings plan. You may even feel that you have several ideas but have not yet found the right one to pursue. The beginning of September encourages you to slow down mentally and organize those possibilities instead of trying to act on all of them at once. Gemini naturally sees multiple possibilities at the same time. That is one of your greatest strengths, but financially it can sometimes become a weakness. You may become excited about one opportunity today and another one tomorrow. September teaches you that having many ideas is valuable, but choosing the right idea and developing it consistently is where the real financial results begin. The first part of the month may bring news connected to money. A message, email, phone call, meeting, application, contract, or conversation could provide information that changes your financial outlook. Something that initially appears small may eventually become more significant than you expect. Pay attention to communication because one conversation could introduce you to a person, project, or opportunity that opens a completely different financial path. There may also be movement around money that has been delayed. A payment you were waiting for could finally arrive, a client could settle an old balance, or an employer could provide information about compensation or future responsibilities. If you have been waiting for someone else to make a decision before you can move forward financially, September encourages you to follow up rather than simply waiting in silence. Sometimes the money is not missing. Sometimes the final conversation has simply not happened yet. This month is especially favorable for Gemini when it comes to earning through communication and intellectual abilities. Writing, teaching, sales, marketing, consulting, social media, technology, education, networking, translation, content creation, public speaking, customer relations, and other communication-based activities can become financially important. If you have been considering turning one of these skills into an additional income stream, September is a strong time to explore the idea seriously. You may discover that something you have always considered just a talent actually has market value. A good way to approach this is to ask yourself what problem you can solve for other people. Instead of simply asking, "How can I make more money?" ask, "What can I do that makes someone's life easier, faster, better, or more profitable?" That question can completely change your financial strategy. For Gemini employees, September may bring conversations about responsibilities and professional advancement. You could be given a project that places you in front of important people. Someone may notice your ability to communicate, organize information, solve problems, or connect different people together. However, do not automatically accept every additional responsibility without considering what it means for your long-term career and compensation. Being useful is valuable. Being constantly available without recognition is something else. If your responsibilities have grown significantly, September may encourage you to have a mature conversation about your position. Approach the subject professionally. Explain what you have achieved, what you are currently responsible for, and what you would like to develop next. Your ability to communicate clearly could become one of your strongest financial tools this month. If you are searching for employment, do not rely exclusively on traditional applications. Speak to people. Contact former colleagues. Update your professional profiles. Tell trusted connections that you are looking for an opportunity. Attend professional events. Participate in relevant online communities. A job opportunity could come through someone who knows someone. For Gemini, the financial path this month may look less like a straight road and more like a network of connected doors. One conversation leads to another. One introduction leads to a meeting. One meeting leads to an opportunity, and suddenly you find yourself somewhere you never expected to be. September also asks you to become more disciplined with spending. Your curiosity can make you vulnerable to purchasing things simply because they are new or interesting. A new device, course, subscription, hobby, travel plan, or online service may catch your attention. Before spending, ask yourself whether you genuinely need it or whether you simply enjoy the excitement of something new. Not every attractive opportunity deserves your money. You should also pay attention to small recurring expenses. Gemini may not notice individual purchases because each one seems harmless. But several small expenses repeated throughout the month can quietly become a significant amount. Look at your subscriptions. Review your memberships. Check your automatic payments. Examine your online purchases. You may discover that you are paying for things you barely use. Eliminating unnecessary expenses could give you more financial freedom without requiring you to earn a single additional dollar. September can also be an excellent month for creating a financial system. Instead of trying to remember everything mentally, put your finances somewhere you can clearly see them. Create categories for essential expenses, savings, personal spending, and future goals. When money becomes visible, it becomes easier to control. This is particularly important for Gemini because mental overload can sometimes make financial organization feel exhausting. A simple system can remove that pressure. For Gemini entrepreneurs, September could be one of the more interesting months of the year for new ideas and collaborations. You may see a potential market that others have overlooked. A conversation with another business owner could inspire a new strategy. A digital project may gain momentum. A creative idea may suddenly look commercially viable. But there is one major warning. Do not confuse excitement with profitability. An idea can be brilliant and still lose money. Before investing heavily, test the concept. Start small. Study the market. Ask potential customers what they actually want. Look at the competition. Calculate your costs. Understand how long it could take to recover your investment. Your intelligence is one of your greatest financial assets this month. So use it. Do not allow enthusiasm to make decisions that research should make. If you are considering a partnership, communication becomes even more important. Make sure everyone understands exactly what they are contributing and what they expect in return. Money can damage even strong relationships when expectations are vague. Write important agreements down. Clarify deadlines. Clarify responsibilities. Clarify payments. Clarity protects everyone. Investment matters should also be approached carefully. Gemini may encounter several interesting opportunities during September, but not every opportunity needs to be pursued. You may hear about something through a friend, social media, a colleague, or an online community. Do not invest simply because someone else sounds confident. Research independently. Understand the risks. Never allow urgency to replace due diligence. If an opportunity is genuinely good, it will still deserve consideration after you have asked questions. There is also a deeper financial lesson developing throughout September: your relationship with uncertainty. Gemini can sometimes become financially anxious not because the situation is objectively terrible, but because there are too many unknown variables. You may start imagining 10 possible outcomes at once. What if income decreases? What if an unexpected expense appears? What if this opportunity fails? What if I choose the wrong path? September asks you to stop trying to predict every possible future. Instead, prepare. Create savings. Build multiple skills. Strengthen professional relationships. Keep your options open. That is how you create financial resilience. You do not need to know exactly what will happen. You need to know that you can respond intelligently when it does. This mindset can bring you enormous relief. Around the middle of September, you may begin thinking differently about what financial success actually means to you. Perhaps you once believed success meant earning more than everyone around you. Now you may realize that success means having enough freedom to choose how you spend your time. Maybe you want to work remotely. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to build a business. Maybe you want to support your family. Maybe you simply want to stop worrying every time an unexpected bill arrives. Your financial goals should reflect your real life, not someone else's definition of success. This is an important month for Gemini to stop comparing financial progress with other people. Someone may appear to be earning more. Someone may appear to have a better lifestyle. Someone may appear to be far ahead. But you never see the complete financial picture behind another person's appearance. Focus on your own numbers, your own progress, your own goals, your own timeline. September can also bring an opportunity to learn something that improves your earning potential. A course, certification, technical skill, language, business skill, or professional qualification may require an investment now but could create greater income later. Not every expense is a loss. Some expenses are investments in your future. The key is knowing the difference. Spend money on education when you have a clear reason for doing so. Ask what the skill can realistically help you earn or accomplish. Avoid paying for courses simply because they promise overnight success. Real financial growth usually requires patience. Family finances may also become part of your September story. Someone close to you may ask for advice or assistance. You may find yourself discussing household expenses, shared responsibilities, or a larger financial decision. Your natural ability to see different perspectives can be extremely helpful here. However, remember that giving financial advice does not mean taking financial responsibility for someone else's decisions. Support people when you can, but protect your own stability too. You cannot become someone's permanent financial safety net at the expense of your own future. As September continues, there may be a moment when you recognize that a financial habit from the past no longer fits the person you are becoming. Perhaps you used to spend money to impress people. Perhaps you avoided looking at your bank account when you felt stressed. Perhaps you constantly changed financial plans because you became bored. Perhaps you were afraid to ask for more money because you did not want to appear demanding. Whatever the pattern may be, September gives you the opportunity to replace it with something healthier. You can be ambitious without being reckless. You can enjoy money without wasting it. You can negotiate without feeling guilty. You can save without living in fear. You can take risks without ignoring the numbers. That balance is where your financial strength grows. The final part of September may bring encouraging evidence that your new approach is working. A side project may receive its first meaningful payment. A professional connection may turn into an opportunity. A financial goal may become easier to reach. You may finally understand how to organize your income more effectively. The result may not look like sudden wealth. It may look like control. And control is powerful. Imagine opening your financial records and knowing exactly what you are looking at. Imagine receiving money and already knowing where part of it will go. Imagine having an unexpected expense without immediately feeling panic because you have prepared for it. That is the kind of financial freedom September is helping you build. Gemini, your greatest financial opportunity this month may come through your mind, your ideas, your words, your connections, your ability to understand information quickly and turn it into action. But remember that ideas alone do not create wealth. Execution does. The idea you have been talking about for months may need a first step. The skill you have been postponing may need to become a service. The person you have been meaning to contact may need a message. The financial plan you keep thinking about may need to be written down. September is asking you to move from thinking to doing. Do not wait until everything is perfect. Start intelligently. Adjust as you learn. Keep improving. By the end of September, you may realize that your financial story is changing because you are no longer waiting for one magical opportunity to save you. You are becoming the person who creates opportunities. That is a much more powerful position. So, Gemini, enter September with curiosity, but also with discipline. Let your mind explore possibilities, but let your financial strategy decide which ones deserve your energy. Protect your money, develop your skills, strengthen your network, and never underestimate the value of one intelligent conversation. Your next financial breakthrough may begin with something that looks incredibly ordinary. A message you almost did not send, a person you almost forgot to contact, an idea you almost dismissed, or a skill you never realized could become profitable. Sometimes wealth does not arrive through a dramatic door. Sometimes it quietly knocks. And September is asking Gemini to be alert enough to hear it.